on their insurance as a driver. The insurance doesn't have to be in your name, but you got to be listed as a driver. We use our current resources. I cannot stress this enough. I got people trying to rush into cargo vans, and I need y'all to pump your brakes, okay? If you don't have 10K saved bare minimum, you have no business, in my opinion, getting into a cargo van. You should be using your current resources, and then once you have your hands on this courier money, if you want to scale down the line, then do that, okay? Can the insurance be, can the insurance be out of state that you're in? No, it needs to be wherever you're doing courier work, your insurance needs to be in that state. So we're using the vehicle to time the insurance we have. The vehicle can be a sedan, a SUV, a minivan, pickup truck. It doesn't matter. As long as it's at least a 2010 or newer, we can use it. Okay. 2010 is the majority. Somebody may say, oh, I do this in the 2008. I do this in the 2007. Every now and then you'll run into a couple companies that allow that, but the majority is going to be 2010. Now, the time aspect of this thing, you could be part-time, you could be full-time. This could just be a side hustle, or you could take it all the way and make this a legit business. It is up to you and your goals. Okay. Hey, DeVell, thank you for liking it live. If this is just going to be a side hustle, let it just be a side hustle. If you're used to the DoorDash, the Instacart, Uber, Spark, Amazon Flex, Lyft, Instacart, whoever, you've been a courier this whole entire time. Okay. I know y'all like the convenience of apps. Okay. But I'm not concerned with the app all day long in my comments, in my DMs, on live. Hey, Blue Lover, what's the app? What's that app? Hey, what apps do you use? I don't use an app. We don't run apps. Okay. Apps are inconsistent. They fluctuate. You get on there and have to guess about what you're going to be paid. Do we have time to guess about what we're going to be paid in this economy? Are the bills not billing out here? Okay. I don't have time to guess. Okay. We got to know what we're going to be paid. This is why we go for contracts. Okay. So you can use someone else's car. That insurance is in the same state, correct? Exactly. What if you never did Uber, Instacart, etc.? If you've never done it, you have to put something, Kimberly, I remember you. You got to put something like DoorDash, okay, or Instacart. Understand, I've never had a courier company call my other contracts. They don't have time for it, y'all. They do not have time for it, okay? Who else said something? Bear with me, y'all. I see y'all comments. I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm going to get to everyone, I promise you. How do I get the certification? We're going to get to it, Latoya. I just started this live, so y'all rock with me. You're going to learn everything you need to know, but y'all got to open those ears up, get off the keyboard. Let's get this info, okay? What's this? Just got here. This is being a courier. So picking up from point A and taken to point B. That's all we're doing. So if you've done DoorDash or Instacart or Uber or Spark or Amazon Flex, whoever, you've been a courier. Okay. You know how to pick up from point A and take to point B. Nobody on DoorDash or Instacart or Uber or all the rest has commercial insurance. So we don't need commercial insurance. People like to overthink this thing. They overthink themselves into doing nothing. I'm telling y'all. Okay. I don't gatekeep at all. So y'all get in here. You're going to get the info that you need to succeed, but understand you got to stop overthinking this. Okay. Good morning. I'm currently looking for a van and putting my paperwork together. Okay. Army vet. First of all, thank you for your service. And that's what I like to see. Okay. Get your ducks in a row. I haven't done it, but I'm still interested. Okay. I got y'all. Okay. So if you meet the requirements under step number 1 on the screen, then we're using the vehicle to time the insurance that we currently have available. Okay. So if you're doing this on a part-time level, hello, what if I have a driver that has insurance? You can do that too, Jazz. We're going to get to that. It's going to be in some hours. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I got to get through all of this, but we're going to get to that, love. If anybody wants to hire drivers, we're going to talk about everything, y'all. I'm not some content creator. I worked for Geico from 2021 to 2025. This is why the content creators are mad at me, because now I'm up here and I'm not gatekeeping. I'm giving real info. And they hate to see it. They send people in my live to block and report and do all this nonsense. Y'all, they're not going to stop us. Y'all are going to get this info and I want y'all to succeed. Okay. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. We're even doing a giveaway today. We're doing a giveaway. Okay. So y'all get in here. Let's get this info. I got y'all. So the vehicle, the time, the insurance we have available. Thank you, Michael, for liking it live. So the insurance aspect. Good morning, Ebony. We don't need commercial. If the contract is asking for commercial, then we'll spend the money to get commercial. But there's plenty of contracts that require standard auto insurance. And I'm going to show it to you. We're going to look at an actual contract. plenty of contracts that do not require commercial, okay? What protects you is you meeting the requirements in the contract. So if they didn't ask for commercial, so therefore you don't have commercial, there's no way for anybody to come for you. Nobody on these apps has commercial, so we don't need commercial. They're still doing courier work, okay? So like I said, I work for Geico, so I would know, okay? There's loopholes around everything, y'all, okay? No way for them to come for us as long as we meet their requirements. So HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen, let's talk about this. HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen. Thank you, Ashley, for liking the live. These content creators with no cargo anywhere on their page, they don't even do this in real life. I don't care if they have 100,000 followers, okay? They're up here telling y'all, get an LLC, get HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certified, look for medical courier contracts. Y'all, we're not medical couriers. We are couriers, period. I don't care if it's medical supplies. I don't care if it's auto parts. I don't care if it's liquor. I don't care if it's luggage. I don't care if it's legal documents. I don't care if it's a catering order. I'm transporting everything. I'm not going to limit myself to one tiny sector of this industry that everybody has already hopped on. That's ridiculous. Okay. And this is why they're mad at me. I'm exposing them. Okay, because why in the hell? Transportation is $1 trillion industry. I didn't say million. I didn't say billion. I said trillion. Why would we focus solely on medical courier? Does that make any sense? No. Okay, so HIPAA and bloodborne. Thank you, Jennifer, for liking the live. HIPAA and bloodborne. What this training is, it teaches you how to keep patient information confidential, and it teaches you how to safely transport biohazard materials. Thank you, Ebony and Crystal. So on the medical side of this game, we can be dealing with people's bodily fluids, their blood, their urine samples, COVID shots, flu shots, whatever the case may be. We got to learn how to keep that patient's information safe in accordance with HIPAA laws and how to safely transport these materials. Okay. So that's all that this training is. This is not some secret code to the whole courier industry. If you get an auto parts contract and you start talking about, oh, I'm HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certified, they're going to be like, what is that? Okay, this is not some secret code to the whole courier industry. This is why they're leading y'all astray. Okay, get in here and let's get some real information. HIPAA and bloodborne, you get this when you're going for a contract that requires it. That means you're going for a medical contract. Once you are moving forward, y'all, this is an online certification. So we can put this training off as long as possible, save our coin. Okay, put the training off as long as possible. We're going to get to it, Linda. I promise you. We're already at step number 3, y'all. Be patient with me. I got y'all. But listen, okay? HIPAA and bloodborne, we get this training only when we're going for a contract that requires it. Okay? So in the meantime, save your money. And then when you're onboarding with a medical company that requires HIPAA and bloodborne, then you can go do the training in less than 90 minutes. Okay, it's not going to take you all day. So this is why we can put it off until then. We can put it off. Okay, now apply, y'all's favorite part. I told y'all I'm getting to it. Okay, I'm getting to it. We have to have, you see why we got to talk about all that before we can jump to how and where to apply. Half of y'all thought that there was only medical stuff to transport. Half of y'all do not have realistic expectations because y'all are listening to content creators that are not even in this industry. Okay, so this is why we have to talk about this stuff first. Now we can talk about how to apply. This is never a one and done kind of thing. As long as you are a courier, you got to look for new contracts. You got to look for new opportunities. You have to do your part because nobody else is going to do it for you. Okay, you have to do your part. All right. So that being said, I see people that are like, oh, I applied, but I haven't heard back. Oh, I applied last week, but nobody's gotten back to me. Nobody's going to get back to you. I'm not here to tell y'all what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Okay. Most times we're not going to hear back. We have to do the calling. You see all the lazy people logging off. Okay. All the lazy people getting gone. Okay. Because they didn't know what this really takes. A lot of people lack discipline. They're not going to take put forth the effort that it really takes to see success, okay? So those people that are serious, those of you that are left, okay, y'all are going to do your part. You got to be proactive. Of course, securing contracts is going to be the hardest part. We're not talking apps. If you want, what if your car is a rental? You can use rentals as long as you get their insurance, okay? But what was I saying? Oh, y'all, I just lost my train of thought. Thank you, Amanda, for the love. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. Basically, y'all, you got to do your part daily. Oh, I was saying, of course, securing a contract is going to be the hardest part. What y'all don't understand, people that want quick money. Thank you, Rose, for the heart me. People that want quick money, apps like ROAD2REVENUELC and DoorDash, you're welcome, Jennifer. I'm going to always be honest, y'all. Okay, thank you, Amanda, for the rose. I'm telling y'all, you want quick money on these apps like DoorDash and Instacart? There's apps in this industry. I'm going to list them later, okay? But I'm just telling y'all, why are y'all so concerned with apps? Okay, we don't have time to guess in this economy about what we're going to be paid. You can use apps to supplement the income that you have coming from contracts. But my main source of income is not going to come from a platform that fluctuates up and down. It's going to come from consistent weekly opportunities, which are contracts. Okay, I've done DoorDash and Spark driver for Walmart. Okay, so you've been a courier, Amanda. You've been a courier, okay? You said we have to do the calling. Exactly. Thank you, Erica. We got to be proactive in this game. So, Black Butterfly, I got you. I'm telling you right now, literally, you got to be proactive. You have to apply every day until you secure a contract. Of course, securing the contract is going to be the hardest part because this is a contract that stays established until either of you decide to separate. So that's weekly, non-taxed income that you can rely on. Most jobs don't even pay weekly. If they do, it's a hell of a lot of taxes coming out. So it took us almost a month to secure our first contract. If you're going to be the person to give up the moment you don't secure a contract, the moment that somebody tells you no, you're not going to see success in this game. This industry isn't for you. Okay, now it's literally on the screen, y'all, how to apply. You're going to look for courier contracts. You're willing to put in the work. I know that's right, Black Butterfly. You're going to look for courier contracts on Google, Indeed, and CB Driver. Google, Indeed, CB Driver. Now, somebody's going to say, I've been doing this. How often have you been doing it? Have you been applying correctly through the Courier's website? Do you have a professional courier resume? Are you following up with these people, emailing everybody that you can, maybe even hopping in your car and going there? Look at the transporter. Good morning, the transporter. I know you out there getting to the money. I know it. I know it. Thank you for hopping in here and showing love. So that's my question to you. How often have you been doing it? Do you have a professional courier resume? Are you following up? All of these factors make up your end result. If you're not, then you're not going to see success. Nobody's going to email you back most times. Nobody's definitely not going to call you back most times. Okay, we got to do our part. Who and how is the insurance being checked? Do we send it to them? Are they asking? It depends on the contract, Erica. So there's contracts that require everything up front. They want to see your insurance. They want to see your declaration page. They want to see everything. Middle Georgia, we going to win. I know that's right. Middle Georgia in the house. Okay, so there's contracts that want to see everything from you up front when you're doing the application. There are applications that are like a form style application. They just need your name, your email, your driver's license number, your address, and that's about it. Okay, so it depends on the contract that you're going for. Understand, no two contracts will look the same. What one company is looking for, another is not. What one company requires, another does not. This is why we're going to look at contracts to put it into perspective. Okay, no two contracts will look the same. We're not negotiating at this stage. We're not trying to have the perfect schedule. Look for contracts within the time frame that you are available. Hey, Adrian, it's been a minute, love. It's good to see you. Thank you, Amanda, for liking the live. Okay, so we're about to look at a contract because I could talk about it all day long. Let me show y'all this thing. Okay, because I promise y'all are overthinking it. I promise you are overthinking this thing. Okay, you're overthinking it. So let's look at it. Thank you so much. I've been looking for something new to do. Yes, ma'am, Amanda. Okay. Leave that DoorDash and that Spark and whoever else alone, y'all. They're running your car to the ground for little pennies. Meanwhile, they're billion-dollar corporations. Okay? It's nonsense. Thank you, Marta. Okay? So look, we're right on Google, y'all. We look for courier contracts wherever you are. Okay? A whole lot of companies are going to pull up. Why is the free route so frustrating? Half of this stuff isn't even an active and open position. It was at one moment in time when the position was filled. They never took the listing offline. So you're applying thinking that it's active and open. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you, Marta. You're applying thinking that it's active and open. Whole time it's already been secured by somebody. So how do we combat this? You should be quickly evaluating the contract online. When you're on Indeed or Google or CB Driver, spend no more than 5 minutes. Y'all, we don't have all day, especially if y'all got kids, you work a job. We don't have all day to be looking at contracts, okay? Spend 5 minutes. See if the time of day works for you. I live almost 3 hours from Atlanta. I'm not in Atlanta either. I'm not in Atlanta. I'm not in Savannah. I'm in Middle Georgia, a small town. We still made this possible. Still a 6-figure business, okay? So wherever you are, courier work is being done. If you have retail businesses, if you have body shops, dealerships, collision centers, if you have hospitals, vet clinics, dentist offices, you have airports, shipyards, the courier work is being done. It's not a matter of if. Nothing can fall out of the sky. Okay. Now, if you're somewhere like in Mountain Home, Arkansas, okay, like Amanda, you have to go straight to the businesses in your area. Everything may not be online or on Google or Indeed or CB Driver. You got to go straight to the source and say, hey, who is doing your deliveries? Because somebody is doing it. Nothing can fall out of the sky. Somebody is doing it. Now, if you don't have any businesses, then you're definitely in a small area. You got to tap into other markets, which we'll get to when we talk about scaling this business. Thank you, Amanda, for showing love. Thank you, Black Butterfly. Okay, so let's actually get into the contract now, y'all. We look for courier contracts. And now that we're getting ready to evaluate this, we first need to see that this is an independent contractor position. Y'all, we've had enough bosses. We don't want another boss, okay? This is how no taxes is coming out of this money. This is how you can bring your kids if you need to bring your kids. This is how you can decline a contract if you need to decline it. They're not your boss. Hey, thank you so much for considering me for this position. Unfortunately, I won't be able to take it on at this moment. It's that simple, y'all. Let's say you secure a contract, you actually start working it, and it's not what they said it was, okay? Hey, I've enjoyed my time here. That's a lie. I've enjoyed my time here, but unfortunately, my last day will be Friday. It's that simple. They are not our boss, okay? This is why y'all have nothing to be afraid of. Our gas, our maintenance, our repairs, our mileage, even the food you eat out there on the road. Thank you, a mom having fun, my girl. Even the food you eat out there, even your cell phone bill, everything is going to be written off when it's time for tax season. All of your costs incurred by your courier work, even without an LLC, we're going to see this contract says nothing about an LLC, nothing about HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen, nothing about commercial insurance. Okay? It's not needed, y'all. This is why I say they're leading y'all astray. Okay? Hey, Ben, you're welcome, okay? So I'm telling y'all, even as a 1099 contractor, you're going to write everything off. What do you have to be afraid of? You're not afraid to get up and go to that job, right? Okay, then. Okay, why should you be afraid to do something for yourself? You already have commercial, Amanda, then good. Okay, you can definitely, see some success. You already got commercial. You can get in even with the companies that require commercial, but plenty of them do not. Okay, here's one of them. Ameriship Parcel Delivery is a nationwide courier company. Y'all think that is some secret sauce or secret formula to the courier game? This is the secret sauce. A good app to keep track of your expenses is QuickBooks or Stride, STRIDE. QuickBooks and Stride is what we use, okay? Keep a record of everything. Now, it said Atlanta, Georgia, but we scroll down and we see that they're a nationwide courier company across multiple states, and it even goes on. So that is the secret sauce, y'all. It's the courier companies doing these deliveries nationwide. I got led to believe I need an LLC and certification, shaking my head. So I'm just set up for when a medical contract comes. Exactly. They're setting y'all up only for the medical courier side of this game. They're not setting you up to be a courier. They're setting you up to be a medical courier. Okay. How do you get commercial insurance? What company? You look up commercial insurance. Erica, you got the internet at your fingertips, okay? BBRC is a branch of Geico. That's who we had when we had commercial insurance. We had BBRC. Progressive is who most people go through. Okay, but y'all, let's do our part. Let's do our part. I've been finding a lot in Detroit. Y'all, Detroit is on fire. I'm gonna just say that. Detroit and Chicago, y'all got it. Chicago is in where? Wait, Detroit is in Illinois. Chicago is in where is Chicago? Chicago's in Illinois too, right? Am I crazy, y'all? I'm not in geography. Y'all know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's move forward. Okay, let's actually evaluate the contract. Okay, good. I thought I was crazy. Drivers should be highly energetic, competent, and self-motivated individuals with a good sense of direction and excellent customer service. So the only thing I will say about this is Chicago, Illinois. Oh, Detroit, Michigan. Okay. Detroit, Michigan, and Chicago, Illinois. Thank y'all. Commercial insurance is only for SUVs or nah? No, it's for anybody. It doesn't matter the vehicle. But it depends on the contract that you're going for. Y'all laughing at me. Y'all, I'm educated. Got my business degree, okay? Not in geography, not in the United States history and states and all that, okay? I'm educated, but don't not too much on me, okay? So, anyways, y'all, only thing I will say about this is that motivation won't last, okay? You may be motivated for like a week or so. After that, discipline has to kick in. We got to be disciplined, okay? Got to be disciplined. It's not about what we feel like doing. It's about what we should be doing. So commercial insurance, anybody can get commercial. It just depends. Don't get commercial until you're going for a contract that requires it. Here's a contract that literally pays $600 to $1,200 a week. It's saying nothing about commercial insurance. You need standard auto insurance, up-to-date vehicle insurance. That's it. Okay, nothing about commercial. What else is it saying? You got to be punctual and reliable. You got to have delivery experience. So delivery experience is a requirement. This is why I say you must have a Courier resume. If you don't have a Courier resume showing them your DoorDash, your Uber, your Instacart, your Spark, your Amazon Flex experience, then how do they know that you've been a courier this whole time? They don't. Okay, you got to show them your Courier experience. You have to be punctual and you must be reliable. So they don't care if your kids are in the car. Thank you, Amanda and Black Butterfly. They don't care if your kids are in the car. They don't care if you blast your music on the way. As long as their cargo gets to where it needs to be, it's there in one piece and it's there on time. That's what they care about. Okay, punctuality and reliability. We got to have a smartphone. Got to be able to lift 50 pounds or have you a hand truck, a dolly, something to assist you. We prefer applicants with verifiable work history with FedEx, UPS, or other parcel delivery services, but all applicants will be considered. So they're telling you they prefer the parcel delivery experience. If you don't have it, they'll still consider each and every single one of y'all. Okay, you got to have a valid license and up-to-date insurance. It does not say commercial insurance. You got to be 21. Excuse me, y'all. You have to have a reliable cargo, Sprinter, or SUV. Now, all my sedans, you're in a Honda Accord, a Hyundai Elantra, Toyota Camry, Toyota Corolla. Don't be discouraged. We started in a 2016 Kia Forte, okay? Understand that the contracts move in relation to the cargo. So the cargo is constantly moving and changing with the country's needs. Okay. So what a company is looking for today may not be what they're looking for tomorrow or next week or next month. Okay, this is why we have to look consistently. This is why this is never, ever a one and done kind of thing. Yeah, right now they're looking for cargo sprinters and SUVs in Atlanta, Georgia. But I bet you down here in these other states, they're hiring sedans. Okay, this is why I say just be proactive. Okay, no DUI, no DWI in the past 10 years. I told y'all 7 because 7 is the majority, but you'll always run into outliers. If they want to say 10 years instead of 7, that's their right. They're their own business. Okay, got to pass a background. Got to be able to drive Monday through Friday. Routes are expected to be completed by 7 p.m. So they're looking for full-time couriers. You can be a part-time courier. There's overnight routes. There is early morning routes. There are weekend-only routes. You will just look for those contracts, y'all. Okay? Now, we see how much they pay. We see how often they pay. And we see how they technically pay. So you get paid this pay range depending if you're in a cargo, a sprinter, or an SUV with them at this point in time, and depending on how many deliveries and pickups you do. Okay, but you're going to get paid on a weekly basis. All right. Y'all see how all the answers to our questions are in the contract description? We're not guessing about anything. We're not formulating rates at this stage. You can negotiate and formulate your rates when you've been in this game. As a beginner courier, understand that Amanda said yes. Understand that they've been running these routes long before you. They will continue to do so long after you. They already know how much they are willing to pay a courier like us. That is why it is here. So either we agree and we apply, or we disagree. We don't meet the requirements. The time of day isn't going to work for us, or whatever the case may be. And so then we move on to another contract. We don't get discouraged. We don't say, oh, I guess this isn't for me. We keep the ball rolling. Okay. You know how many no's we were told? Y'all got to get used to being told no. It's not the end of the world. Okay. We will bounce back. We will persevere. That's what we have to do, especially in this game. Understand that this is transportation that we're talking about. This is a cutthroat industry. It's cutthroat because of this right here. I told you, I don't speak in opinion. I speak in fact. This is a $1 trillion industry. Nothing in the $1 trillion industry will be handed to you. If y'all know truck drivers, you know that they don't play any freaking games. So even though we're coming into this industry at a lower level, it still does not change that fact. Thank you, Blue Baby, for liking the live. It still does not change the fact that nothing's going to be handed to us. Okay? If we want this money, we got to go out there and get it. It's that simple. We got to go out there and get it. Now, there are people that are ignorant to this fact, and ignorant doesn't mean stupid. Ignorant means they simply do not know. They don't know of all the different types of cargo that there are to transport in a $1 trillion industry. They may only know about medical courier, or they may only know about auto parts. Understand, keep your options open to all types of cargo. As a beginner courier, you have no business being picky. No business being picky. You could be picky down the line if you want to be picky. We're still not picky. Okay. I don't care what it is. Why should you care what you're transporting? If the pay is adding up, take it. Okay. Now, that being said, y'all, we're not negotiating as beginner couriers. Like I said, somebody in my community tried to negotiate as a beginner and the phone was hung up on them. Okay. Like I said, if you don't agree to this pay, somebody will. Okay. Somebody will. All right, so that's how we get this done. Now, thank you, Amanda. Understand, they're setting you up. When they put this Indeed and Monster and Glassdoor, they're just trying to set y'all up, okay? When we're actually ready to apply, we would go directly to this courier's website. We will look up Ameriship Parcel Delivery. We will go to their website. We will navigate to their opportunities. If this opportunity is still listed there, that's what lets you know it's an active and open position. Then you can apply confidently with your courier resume. You don't have to guess that they get your application. You know they did because you went to the source, and you'll get a confirmation email after the fact. Okay. And so then after that, you can follow up to the best of your ability. Email everyone that you can. Maybe even hop in your car and go there. Y'all see how the lazy people done logged off? The lazy people are gone. Okay. So I'm telling y'all, I'm dropping this info because I'm telling y'all what's needed to succeed. I'm not going to tell you, like I said, what you need to hear. What you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Okay. So that's how we get this done. That is how we get this done. Now, I'm about to show you the cargo we move. Okay. I'm about to put this thing into perspective because, like I said, if a courier creator up here cannot show you the cargo they move, they get mad when you ask to see the cargo they move. They're not in the industry. So you should be taking no advice from these people. I don't care if they have 100,000 followers. I don't care if they have 200,000 followers. Okay? I'm still here from Tennessee. Keep going, girl. I got you. I got you, girl. Thank you for being in here. So let's look at the cargo we move. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Thank you for the ice cream. Thank you, love. Who was that? Queen. Thank you, Queen. They talked about the contract, but never showed the contract. Exactly. Y'all, these content creators, I promise you, they're not in the industry. Most of them are not in the industry. Okay, so here we go. Thank you, Black Butterfly, for the heart me. Thank you, love. Thank you, Amanda, for liking the live. So can y'all please like this live up? If you haven't been liking thus far, please like right now, okay? Because I will get flagged sometimes showing videos because TikTok doesn't like when you show videos. Thank you, Amanda, for the roses. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. I'm trying to listen to you and apply. Good, Adrian. Adrian's in my community, y'all. Okay, she's getting to the bag. Is it a way I can try it out and get a quick job as of tomorrow? No contract or resume needed. You need a resume. You need a resume. Now, you want to hop on an app like Roadie or Freight or Drop Off? Yeah, you can do that and get on. It's going to be quick money. You want to just get a feel for it, Erica? You can do that. You can do that. Let's look at this, y'all. This whole thing started in our Kia Forte, like I said. Thank you, Jazz, for liking the live. This whole thing started in our 2016 Kia Forte, not in cargo vans, in a Kia Forte. Okay, so don't undermine your potential. This is my man, y'all. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you me with him, because somebody's like, that's not even you. Listen, okay, we started this together. He was at Best Buy as a home theater tech. I've been at Geico since 2021. Just left Geico in May. Okay, so we're in the industry. We didn't sit there and say, oh, we're not in cargo vans, so we shouldn't get started. Yes, you should. Okay, yes, you should. So this is with T-Force Logistics. Thank you, Kimberly. This is our one and only medical courier company we've ever worked for. T-Force Logistics. Okay. Now, since then, our main source of income has been from auto parts. Auto parts, auto parts, auto parts. Okay. Auto parts are paying, y'all. Auto parts are paying. So our first auto parts contract was with Pace Runners or Pace USA. Do you have to have experience in being a courier to be one? They like to see some experience, like DoorDash or Instacart or Uber or Spark or Amazon Flex. If you don't have this experience, queen, you need to put something like DoorDash or Instacart. They're not going to verify this. They're not going to call up DoorDash and verify if you're a driver. They don't have time for it. So just put it confidently and get to this money, girl. Okay? So Pace was our first auto parts contract. We've delivered to the airports, okay? This is why I say you could get TWIC TSA clearance, no problem, and deliver to the secured facilities, the airports and the shipyards, and make the big money. There is literal organ delivery to these airports. Y'all know people that get organ transplants? Those organs have to be flown there. They have to be delivered by a courier. Okay? Now, here's our Home Depot delivery. This is where I get everybody. Anybody that's going to say, oh, there's no courier work being done in my area. Y'all have retail businesses. You got body shops, dealerships, collision centers. You got hospitals, pharmacies, dentist offices, legal offices, airport, shipyards. The courier work is being done. You just got to learn how to get your hands on it. This is a $1 trillion industry. So now y'all see why it's so ridiculous for them to be talking about medical courier, medical courier, medical courier. Everybody all day long in my comments, in my DMs, I want to be a medical courier. I want to be a medical courier. Be a courier. Stop limiting yourself. Be a courier. Okay? So, like I said, I am who I say I am, y'all. Worked for Geico. I was a top performer over there. I excel in everything that I do. I don't half-ass anything in my life, okay? Now, also degreed. Like I said, clock it. Clock it, okay? Degreed out here. Not that it matters, but y'all, I'm not somebody just up here talking. So here's me and my man. Thank you, Jazz, for liking the live. Okay? Make your own dream team and get this done. I secure the contracts. He's the one out there on a day-to-day. Now, of course, I've been out there in the field, okay? But he's the one out there on a day-to-day. I secure the contracts and he's out there. We made our own dream team. Okay? I'm actually loving that the live is more, it's not as big today. Okay. Like yesterday we had a whole lot of people in here, and I'm running a giveaway today. So this is actually how I prefer it. Okay. Y'all that are serious and y'all that are locked in on this, what is it? Wednesday, y'all are going to have access to this giveaway. Y'all are going to be the ones to see success. Okay. So here we are now, all because we started. Thank you, Tina and Jazz and Amanda. All because we started. All because we didn't undermine our potential in IKEA. Now, this is gross, y'all. This is gross. Driver's pay comes out of this. Insurance comes out of this. Notes comes out of this. What else? Gas comes out of this. All of that is write-offs, but it still comes out of this money. Good morning, Peaches. Thank you. I'm trying to learn. Thank you for being here. Okay? So y'all get the gist. Y'all get the gist. I'm going to show you a SUV route. This is why I say this SUV money, this sedan money. Thank you, Ray Ray. Thank you, love, for the heart. Me, it's good to see you. I'm telling y'all, even though we have cargo vans, we still run our SUV. Yes, I have a YouTube at Road to Revenue. You can catch my live replays on YouTube. Thank you for even asking that, love. Okay, that's going to be part of the giveaway. So if y'all want to go ahead and be proactive, you got to be subscribed on YouTube to win the giveaway. You got to be following our backup page at R2R. Okay, it's on my profile. And you got to be following me here. Okay, those are the 3 requirements to win my ultimate guide to get access to my community. Okay, somebody on this live is going to be a lucky person today. I'm just telling y'all. Okay, so that being said, y'all, that's how much courier money is out here. We still run our SUV. Now, everybody's in the comments of this video. It went viral. Everybody's in the comments like, I want to be a medical courier. I want to be a medical courier. I want to be a medical courier. These are auto parts. Auto parts, auto parts, auto parts. Road to Revenue, Erica. Road to Revenue. That's the best guide. Adrian knows because she's in the community. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, love. Okay? So I'm telling y'all, you want a sense of direction. You need somebody to ask your questions. You want to be in a community with over 250 couriers. We're doing a giveaway. I don't do giveaways, y'all. I know my information is valuable. I know these content creators are up here leading people astray. I'm the one that's up here not gatekeeping. So I don't do giveaways. This is why I feel like I picked the perfect day to do this. It's not that many people in here, and y'all are going to be the ones to get this. Okay. So everybody's in the comments about medical courier, and these are auto parts. We still run our SUV. This SUV money is good. The sedan money is good. I promise you. She definitely responds in the group too. Clock it, Adrian. Thank you for saying that, love. I respond. I'm proactive. I don't play with my people. I'm supportive. Okay? So, y'all get the gist. Y'all get the gist. Let's get these steps back up here. Let's get the steps back on the screen. Okay? Let's get these steps back on the screen. Let me drink some water, y'all, because I feel a headache already coming on. Already. Almost every live, y'all, I get a headache. It's like my brain is working so hard. My brain is working so hard. Like every live, I get a headache, y'all. Let me drink some water real quick. Okay. From the top. 21. Valid license, registration. Thank you, Ebony. Insurance. Thank you, Amanda. Valid license, registration, insurance. Can I be a medical courier in a rural area? I suggest you be a courier. I suggest that you don't limit yourself to being a medical courier. Peaches. Thank you, Queen, for the rose. Okay, but yes, you can do it in a rural area. I'm in a rural area. I'm in Middle Georgia. I'm not in Atlanta. I'm not in Savannah. We're in a small town. Still made this happen. Okay, courier work is being done nationwide. So if you have retail businesses, if you have body shops, dealerships, thank you, Amanda, for the roses. Thank you, love. If you have body shops, dealerships, collision centers, you go to a mechanic to get maintenance on your vehicle. You have the businesses that I just showed, like Home Depot. We've delivered to Texas Roadhouse, Office Max, eyeglass places, airport shipyards. What else? Pharmacies, doctor's offices, legal offices, so on and so forth, the courier work is being done. You made me excited when you mentioned Detroit, Michigan. Girl, okay, because not me, y'all, I know where these cities are, but my mind draws a blank. I literally worked for Geico, and I was literally dealing with policies all across the country. But when you're talking, it's like you just forget things, okay? When we get to the 5 reasons y'all haven't seen success, you're going to see that I start forgetting how to spell, okay? I start forgetting how to spell. It's like words just start looking weird. I'm educated, y'all. I'm educated, okay? But I'm trying to get this info out. So, yes, you can make this happen in Detroit. You can make this happen in Detroit, okay? So, what I was saying, y'all, let me tell y'all a secret. Y'all in Texas and Florida, you have multi-billion-dollar markets at your fingertips. If you don't believe me, go look this up. Y'all are right near the border. All of the cargo is coming in right where you are. So if anybody should be doing this, I'm not in Texas or Florida. We can still acknowledge markets that have it extra good. If anybody should be doing this, it's y'all in Texas and Florida. Okay, that's why most of my community is a lot of people in Texas, a lot of people in Florida. Okay, now, of course, I got my Georgia people in there. I got my Alabama people in there. I got my DMV area people in there. I got somebody in Utah. I got somebody in Louisiana. I got people in New York, New Jersey, so on and so forth. Okay, I'm just saying. The Texas and Florida people in there deep. Okay, they're in there deep. I'm in Florida and I haven't found them. I can't give up. No, love, you cannot give up. You cannot give up. I DoorDash in Cedar Park, Texas. It was crazy busy. I know that's right. Okay, and that's just DoorDash. So imagine all the cargo that needs to be moved within these states. I'm just saying, y'all, tons of money out here. Tons of money out here. Okay, so if you meet the requirements under step number 1, what's considered a decent driving record? What's considered decent is no more than 3 infractions in the past 3 years. 3 and 3. 3 and 3. Okay. Now we're using the vehicle. Thank you, Amanda. Amanda is showing love. Amanda is liking this live up. Amanda, I appreciate you. We're using our current resources. So our current vehicle, our current time, our current insurance. So please don't go out buying a car. Please definitely do not go out buying a cargo van. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Rose Gold, Passive Income. Thank y'all. Please don't go out buying a cargo van. Okay, start with your current resources. Once you have your hands on this courier money, it will not take you long to scale. If that is your goal, it will not take you long. It took us less than a year to go from our 2016 Kia Forte into our first cargo van. And then less than a year after that to go from our first cargo van into our second one. Thank you, Lori, for the heart me. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. Definitely my goal. I know that's right. Okay, I have a Yukon XL. Miss Amanda, you got a big boy, okay? That's a big vehicle. You can do this, okay? You can do this. I think you said you're in Arkansas. Please make sure you're checking with your local businesses. Please make sure you're checking with your local businesses. If you're at the pharmacy picking up your prescription, hey, who does your deliveries? If you're at the mechanic, hey, who delivers your auto parts, okay? Let me see. If you have affordable car insurance, Courier Auto, insurance is good. Okay, look at Queen Jai. She's dropping game right here for y'all. Okay, some affordable car insurance. I have a Sequoia. Okay, Ray. Okay, y'all. So we can get this done. So the vehicle, the time, the insurance we have, the time aspect of this thing, y'all. I think I said 2010 or newer. I hope I said that about the vehicle. It needs to be at least a 2010 or newer, okay? The time aspect. You could be part-time. You could be full-time. It is solely up to you and your goals. If you just want to make this a side hustle before work or after work or nights only or weekends only, you can do that, okay? You can most definitely do that. It does not have to be a legit business. You form a whole LLC and, it's your main source of income. It doesn't have to be. What incentives for EV cars? What is EV, y'all? Is that the electric vehicle? Is that what that stands for? There's no kind of incentive that I know of. The incentive is you're probably saving money on gas. That's the incentive, okay? Because they're not paying for our gas. They're not paying for our gas. In this game, as 1099 contractors, we pay for our gas. We pay for our insurance, just like you do on DoorDash and Instacart and Uber. We pay for our notes, okay? the beauty of this game is that you're able to dictate your schedule. You don't have a boss breathing down your neck. You don't have anybody micromanaging you, getting on your nerves. That's the beauty of this. Okay. So the vehicle, the time, the insurance we have available. What if you already have your LLC or EIN? Peaches, if you got it, then of course use it. If it's for this industry, you can't, if your LLC is for, I don't know, let's just say nails, doing nails, you can't use that LLC for transportation. That's called commingling funds. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm just speaking to everybody. Anything that I say, I'm speaking generally. I'm not speaking to any one of y'all. Don't be hurt by anything I say. Some people said, oh, you're mean. And how am I mean? I think people are used to people talking to them like babies. Okay, I'm not going to talk to you like a baby. We're grown. Okay, so that being said, it's for dispatching. Okay, you may be able to get away with that. You may be able to get away with that if it was classified under transportation, which I'm sure it was for dispatching. Okay, so that being said, y'all, if you have the LLC, then good. So your LLC has to be specifically for transportation. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. So because the IRS needs to know how to classify you. Different industries, we all get taxed the same as entrepreneurs being self-employed, but they still need to know what bracket you fall under, what sector are you doing work in. Yes. Okay. So understand, if you have the LLC, then of course use it. But if we don't have it, we just looked at a contract earlier. It said nothing about an LLC. It said nothing about HIPAA and bloodborne. Can it be consulting so you don't limit yourself? Consulting, no, because consulting is a whole different thing. Y'all, let me use this as an example. What I do up here teaching y'all, my community, this is Road to Revenue LLC. This is, what does it fall under? I guess sales, okay? But our courier business is a separate LLC. That's Trustable Transport LLC. That's its own LLC. You cannot commingle funds. Even though I'm up here teaching y'all about the transportation, even though I mentor people about transportation, it's a separate business, okay? So this is why they have to be classified differently. Okay, so if you have an LLC, good. But if not, we don't need to rush and get it. Thank you, Ebony, for liking it live. We don't have to rush and get it. How can I get a contract in a rural area? You're going to look for courier contracts on Google, Indeed, and CB Driver. You're going to do this daily for a solid 3 weeks. You're going to apply through the courier's website with the courier resume, showing them your DoorDash, your Uber, your Instacart, your Spark, whoever experience. If you don't have it, put something like DoorDash or Instacart. Okay. And then once you do that, you need to follow up to the best of your ability. Email everybody that you can. Call everybody that you can. Okay. Y'all, my mom's up here in the chat. My mom's in here. Okay. So be on your P's and Q's. All right. I'm just playing, y'all. You can get a DBA under consultant business. DBA, I would be careful with the DBA. I'm just being honest. I would be careful with that. Those are two separate things, but y'all do what you want to do. I'm not a business professional, but that's what I suggest. Get a separate LLC. Get a separate LLC. People do DBA when it's still like kind of, I guess since she's in dispatching, I guess she can probably do a DBA. But anybody else, you have a whole separate LLC that has nothing to do with transportation, you're not going to use this for this industry. Okay. Kimberly say, hi, mama. I don't know if she'll type something. I don't know if she will. I don't know. But she's in here. What was I saying, y'all? But basically, you apply through the courier's website with your courier resume, and then you have to follow up to the best of your ability. Email everyone that you can. Get on their nerves. What are they going to do to us? Are they going to hop through the phone and jump us? I don't care if I get on their nerves. We need to get to this money. Do you need an LLC to be at all to be a courier? No, ma'am. So that's what I was saying. If you don't have it, we looked at a contract that said nothing about an LLC. The whole time we were in our Kia Forte, no LLC. No HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certification, no commercial insurance, plenty of contracts that do not require these things. This is why I say if you don't have it, pump your brakes. Especially if you've never transported a piece of cargo. There she is right there. There's my mama. Let's get it, y'all. Okay? If you've never does she look like me, y'all? Am I her twin? If you've never transported a piece of cargo, what business do we have creating a business structure? Thank you, Lori, for the heart me. We have no business creating a business structure. This is why I can't stand these content creators telling people to go rush and get an LLC. For what? You don't even know if you'll be doing this a year down the line. People, it's like everybody and their mama now has LLCs for just random stuff, for nonsense. Make sure if you get an LLC, it's because you see yourself being in this game, okay? Will you need one if you decide to get a cargo van? Not necessarily. There's people with cargo vans without an LLC, but most of them have an LLC. Most of them have an LLC. So with no HIPAA or LLC, the first thing we need is the resume. Absolutely, Miss Erica. Your first task is getting a Courier resume done. Make it as professional as possible. Don't spend too much time on it. Tina said, hey, Ma. Okay, that was that question. Don't spend all day on it, but understand that they got to see some Courier experience. They have to see your DoorDash, your Uber, your Instacart, Spark, Amazon Flex, whoever experience in a professional Courier resume. Okay. We're about to get into the 5 reasons that y'all haven't seen success. Let me get through the rest of the steps real quick. Okay. HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen. These content creators, yet again, they are harping on HIPAA and bloodborne and LLC and all of this as if it's some secret code to the whole courier industry, and it is not. Okay, this is only assisting you on the medical side of deliveries. This teaches you how to keep patient information confidential. Thank you, Kimberly. It teaches you how to keep patient information confidential and how to safely transport these types of materials. Okay, so again, on the medical side, you could be dealing with people's bodily fluids. You could be dealing with COVID shots, flu shots, medication. You got to learn how to keep that patient's information safe in accordance with HIPAA laws. And you got to learn how to safely transport these materials so that nothing is happening while you're transporting this stuff. Okay, it's safe, it's secure, and it gets to where it needs to be in one piece. That is what you learn through HIPAA and bloodborne. This is an online training. I'm going to get to you, Erica. We're not sitting in anybody's classroom. This is not anything to stress over. This is an online certification. We're going to put it off until a medical courier contract is available in our area that meets our schedule, that we meet the requirements for. When we're ready to apply, we will tell them, yes, I'm already HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certified. You want to know why? Because you tell them that once they're actually wanting to move forward with you, hey, we want to onboard you. Let me see your HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certification. Let me see your insurance, your driver's license, so on and so forth. At that point, we can spend the money to go quickly look up HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen online. A whole lot of companies are going to pull up. You're going to go through whoever y'all want to go through. I suggest Integrity Delivers. They're accredited. They're trusted. Okay. Integrity Delivers. You don't got to go through them. Go through whoever. I'm telling you, it really does not matter. It really does not. Okay. You get this certification now that you know that you're securing the contract. Aunt Cindy is in the house and really enjoying your live. Thank you, Aunt Cindy. Shout out Aunt Cindy. Okay. Thank y'all for watching. I use them. Okay, Adrian. So you know. It's simple. It will take you less than 90 minutes to complete. This is nothing to stress over at all. This is nothing to stress over. Okay. Now, Miss Erica said, are they quick to hire you if you have a CDL? I have mine. I wouldn't say that they're quick to hire you, but based on your application with your Courier resume, if on your Courier resume, they see that you've been over the road, you have your CDL, they're going to, of course, prefer that experience over somebody that's been on DoorDash, if we're being honest, okay? So it may be easier in that sense, but you know, just because you have a CDL, if you don't have the experience with the CDL, then it's not going to really, you know, matter. I use them. They have a good bundle. Yes, the two come bundled together with Integrity Delivers for $38.95. $38.95. Does the certifications expire? I got certified in 2023. They do expire. I think they expire in a year or two, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong. They expire. They do expire. Those of you in the medical field, you're already HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certified. You already have it. Okay. Now, number 4, we've been through this. If you're in a rural area, who was saying that they were in a rural area? I'm about to find it. Peaches. If you're in a rural area like Peaches, okay? Or like, hold on, y'all. because I gotta remember y'all's names. Miss Amanda, okay? You're in a rural area like Peaches and Amanda, okay? Then you need to go straight to the businesses near you. Everything may not be on Indeed or Google or CB Driver. If you have the businesses in your area, these pharmacies, these doctor's offices, these hospitals, these vet clinics, don't neglect our animals. Our furry friends get medication too. They get labs transported. The dentist offices, you have retail businesses, they get mail. USPS, UPS, FedEx can't take on all the delivery needs in the country. They outsource this need to courier companies. Those courier companies hire independent couriers like us. Okay, there's mail to be delivered. Y'all saw the Home Depot delivery. It was literal printer paper and toilet paper. Printer paper and toilet paper going to the Home Depot. They get mail, they get supplies. Residential communities do as well. Like I said, the body shops, the dealerships, the collision centers, your mechanic, they need auto parts. So if you have these businesses, even if you're in a rural area, if it's not online, somebody is still doing these deliveries. They're just probably doing it in-house. They just are doing their courier work in-house. So you need to go straight to the source and say, hey, who is doing your deliveries? I'm a courier. Any delivery needs that you have, let me know. Okay? I work in healthcare, so I need to find my certificates. Yes, you need to find it, Miss Kimberly, because you're already certified. You're already certified. Okay? So let's get into the 5 reasons you haven't seen success. Because number 4, when it's time to apply, you look on Google, Indeed, and CB Driver. You apply directly through the Courier's website with the Courier resume, and then follow up to the best of your ability. Okay? Follow up, follow up, follow up. All right. Remember, we are doing a giveaway today. Some lucky person in this live is going to win a free ultimate guide. All of my companies, my resume, my scripts to follow up, my keywords to search for all types of cargo. Okay, access to me and my community chat on Discord with over 240 something couriers doing a damn thing. Y'all will win this. One lucky person. To qualify, you have to be following this page. You have to be following my backup page, which is in my bio. Okay, R2R. Okay, and you have to be subscribed on YouTube at Road to Revenue. It's on the screen, y'all. Gotta be subscribed on YouTube. Gotta follow both of our pages, this page and our backup. Then y'all will qualify to win the ultimate guide, okay? I don't do giveaways, y'all. I promise you. Anybody in my community, they will tell you I've never done a giveaway. Okay, I just feel good this morning. I just feel good. God is good, y'all. I just feel good, okay? I decided to do a giveaway because I can do that, okay? So, let me take this off the screen. And we're going to get into the 5 reasons that you haven't seen success. Look at Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson's in the community. She's telling you, I've never done a giveaway. She said, nope. Okay? Never done a giveaway. Okay? So, if you want it, y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. Let's get into the 5 reasons y'all haven't seen success. Hold on, y'all. We got to readjust this so that y'all can see. Okay, cool. Thank you, Nathan and Amanda, for liking the live. The first reason that y'all have not seen success doing this thing on your own, okay? First reason. Hold on, y'all can't even see what I'm getting ready to write. Let me turn the mirroring off. The first reason you haven't seen success, y'all know what I'm about to say. If you've been locked in, you know what I'm about to say. Okay? I want to be a medical courier. Be a courier, period. Stop limiting yourself. Be a courier, love. Be a courier. Transport all types of cargo. Okay? Thank you, Worthy. Thank you for the love. Thank you, love. Be a courier, period. Don't limit yourself to one tiny oversaturated sector of this game, okay? Second reason is if you're only looking for apps. What's that app? Hey, what app are y'all using? What's that app? All day long. I wish I could jump through that phone and snatch some of y'all up, okay? We're not on apps, okay? apps is a lot of the reason why y'all are in the predicament that you're in. Thank you, Amanda, for the roses. We don't have time to guess in this economy. These bills are billing. Okay, these bills are billing. We don't have time to guess, especially if y'all got kids. I don't have kids. Okay, so I'm telling y'all, do we have time to guess about what we're gonna be paid? You do a whole lot of guessing when you hop on DoorDash and Instacart and Uber and Spark. The apps in this industry as a courier, an independent courier, are no different. Half of them will put you on a wait list. The other half, Uncle Dobby says, so proud of you and keep up the good work. Thank you, Uncle Dobby. Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all for watching. So, y'all, I'm telling you, half of the apps in this industry, they'll put you on a wait list, like I said, and the other half pay like doo-doo. This is the reality of apps. This is the reality. Okay? We don't have time to guess. So I'm going to give you apps in this industry. Now, don't say that I didn't tell y'all. Now, why is my marker going out? Hold on, y'all. I got another one. Don't say I didn't tell you. When you hop on here and you see that they put you on a wait list, don't say I didn't tell you. Okay? Roadie, freight, drop off. Oh, somebody at my door. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Somebody ring the doorbell. Don't go anywhere. Okay, just UPS, y'all. We're good. It's just UPS. Okay. Let me turn this light off so we... Oh, no. It's too dark. Y'all can see what I'm writing. Y'all can see. Okay. Roadie, freight, drop off, Senpex. GoPuff is a liquor delivery app. Okay. Don't put all your hopes and dreams into these apps, okay? Let's say we have a 200 a day goal in this game. 200 a day, all right? Our main source of income is going to come from contracts, not apps. So maybe we'll make 150 from our contracts. 150 is easy, y'all. 150 is easy. Remember, 150 is 150, no taxes coming out as a 1099 contractor. Okay, thank you, Ebony. You don't use apps, so what do you look at daily? We go for contracts, Miss Erica. I've said it time and time again. We go for contracts. Contracts. Okay? Contracts, not apps. We looked at a contract earlier with the Mayorship parcel delivery. You were in here, Miss Erica. That's an example of a contract. It's weekly income. It said $600 to $1,200 a week. Okay? You pay taxes as a 1099, Brent. You pay taxes, but you pay them when it's time for tax season. You pay them. That's why you have to keep a record of your maintenance, your repairs, your mileage, your gas, everything. That way you have so many write-offs in this game. Y'all, even in our cargo vans, we don't owe the IRS. Even in our cargo vans, we're breaking even. So in your vehicle, your personal vehicle, you will have plenty of expenses. You will be just fine. I promise you. Let me see what else you said. See you later, Queen. Got therapy, but I have YouTube. I have the YouTube, so I'm good. Yes, ma'am. You can catch my live replays on YouTube. Thank you for joining. Okay. So Brent, don't get me wrong. You most definitely pay taxes. Okay. You're going to pay taxes, but you're going to keep a record of your expenses. That way you can kind of hopefully break even at the very least. Okay. Break even. Do you have a chance or you do your taxes and write-offs? What do you mean, do I have a chance? Miss Erica, you about to confuse me, Miss Erica. Is it a typo? Oh, a CPA. Yes, we have a CPA. Okay, we have a CPA. You got to go to a tax professional. This is why I tell you, I'm not a tax professional. Not a tax professional. Okay, you got to go to somebody that knows what they're doing. That's why you need to keep a record of your expenses. Keep a record of expenses on QuickBooks. Y'all probably have seen the commercials for QuickBooks. Okay, hold on, y'all can't see it fully. QuickBooks and Stride. You're going to keep a record of everything. Literally everything is a write-off. Those people that get in my community that pay the $55 or $75 when I'm not on live, My guide, my community is literally an educational resource. It is a write-off. It is a write-off. It is a write-off. This is why I tell them to keep their receipt, and they're going to write it off when it's time for tax season. You can't see, love. I know it's because of the glare, but hopefully you can see now. Hopefully you can see. Okay? So, QuickBooks and Stride is where we keep a record of our expenses, and then we're going to reference this when it's time for tax season. So, the second reason y'all haven't seen success is only being on the apps. So, if you want to make $150, you're welcome. If you want to make $150 from contracts, and then hop on an app to make your extra $50 to get to your $200 a day goal, then you can hop on an app to get to your $200 a day. But let your main source of income come from contracts. Let your main source of income come from contracts. Okay? Now, let's erase some of this so I have room to write. I'm not going to erase QuickBooks and Stride just in case y'all need that. Okay, the third reason we haven't seen success is if we don't have a Courier resume. Remember, we looked at a contract earlier. Literally in the second line of the contract, it said what? Delivery experience is a requirement. So if you don't have a Courier resume showing them your DoorDash, your Uber, your Instacart, your Spark, your Amazon Flex, your Lyft experience, how do they know that y'all have been a courier this whole time? They don't unless you show them. Okay? So stop undermining this experience. People in my DMs, oh, I've been a Uber driver for 7 years, but I'm not a courier. Oh, I've been an over-the-road truck driver, but I have no courier experience. Y'all. Please. Okay? You have been a courier this whole entire time. The definition of a courier is somebody picking up anything from point A and taking it to point B. That's a courier. Okay, that is a courier. Do y'all know, I watched the Osama bin Laden documentary on Netflix. Osama bin Laden had his own personal courier. He couldn't go to the news and threaten America himself because, of course, he had hits out on him, okay? So he had to upload his threats onto a zip drive. A courier came and picked up that zip drive. When I heard the word courier in this documentary on Netflix, I was just taken aback. Like, what? Osama bin Laden had his own personal courier? Yes. If that does not put things into perspective, I don't know what will. Okay, a courier is anybody picking up anything from point A and taking it to point B. A courier came and picked up his zip drive and went and delivered it to the news. That is a courier. If you've picked up anything or anyone from point A and taken it to point B, you've been a courier. Somebody in my community said, I drive these kids around, so I'm an Uber driver for these kids. I'm a courier. Okay? Stop overthinking this thing. The fourth reason is if you think this is one and done. Oh, I applied last week. I haven't heard back from anybody. Oh, I've done that. I already applied. Nobody's getting back to me. Nobody's going to get back to you. And this is a daily task. Daily. As long as you're a courier, you have the job of making your processes more efficient. You can always swap out a lower paying contract for a better paying one. You can always swap out this contract that's further from home for this one that's closer to home. Okay? If you're not doing your part, if you are not doing what it takes to secure these contracts and being proactive, nobody's going to do it for you. Somebody in my DM said, I'm busy. Can't you apply for me? Hell no. Okay. I have a community of almost 250 people. Okay. You think I have time to apply for you? I don't even apply for the people in my community. I don't have your social. I don't have your driver's license number. I don't have your date of birth. I don't have your address. I can't apply for anyone. You have to do your part and stop expecting stuff to be handed to you. Okay. So this is never a one and done opportunity. This is never a one and done kind of thing. This is a daily task. Until you secure a contract, that's your main goal. Okay. Now, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I might have to restart this live because my lives are sometimes they're intimate, but 28 people is kind of crazy. Let's like this live up to see if we can get some more people in here. If not, I'm gonna probably restart the live, because for me to be doing a giveaway, we need some people in here. Okay, we need some people in here. So the last reason is if you're not following up. If you're not following up, I can't vouch for what success you'll see. If you're not following up, I promise you nothing else matters. All of the previous, you can literally be looking for all types of cargo. You can not only be looking for apps, but actual contracts. You can have the most beautiful and professional courier resume. You can be doing it daily, exhausting yourself. If you don't follow up, none of it matters. None of it matters. Because remember, most times nobody's going to get back to us. So if you don't follow up, you probably won't see success. My first method of communication, y'all, I'm going to email first. When you email, your email gets to who's in charge. Thank y'all for sharing and liking the live. Thank you, Kimberly, Latoya, Rose Gold, Passive Income. Thank y'all. Okay. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you, Amanda. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Okay. So email is my first method of communication. Okay. Now, second, and Beezy, I see you, and Adrian, thank y'all. My first method of communication is going to be emailing. When you email, your email gets to who's in charge. If you're out of town, could you do a job? If you hop on like an app or something, but even still, that app, you're going to be having to put in your address. When you're out of town, unless you're like in a cargo van and securing loads, or a box truck and securing loads, you're working wherever you're located, wherever your home is. Okay. Thank you, Miss Lori, for liking the live. Then I will go there. If I can save myself a trip by emailing first, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'm going to email first, then I'll go there. Okay. Now, my last method of communication will be calling. Y'all, when you call these people, they will tell you most times, oh, we don't have anything available. I know y'all can't fully see, but I said it to you, so you know. Okay. Hey, Fusa. Thank you, Fusa. It's good to see you. When you call, most times you're speaking to a representative. You're not speaking to who's in charge. You're speaking to a representative that does not feel like working. They will tell you most times, oh, we don't have a position available. Oh, no, we don't have any routes available. Oh, no, man, give us a call back. That's what they're going to tell you. That may not even be the case. You're just not speaking to who's in charge. So that's why I'm going to email first. I'll go there. I'll hop in my car, have my resume in hand, and go and speak with the hiring manager. Don't be afraid, okay? And then I'll call as a last resort. Do you have someone that helps the whole way through once in your community, or you? Me, love. That's why I'm doing this. You got me. You have direct access to me. You're in the chat with other couriers already doing this thing. This is why anybody in my community, like Miss Adrian told you, I really support. I really help people. I really do the damn thing. I'm not somebody up here just talking. Okay? So here it is, y'all. Here it all is. Okay? So it's one of these reasons that y'all haven't seen success. So pinpoint it, write it down, take a picture, whatever you need to do. But it's one of these reasons. Either you're only looking for medical contracts. You're only worried about an app. Hey, what's that app? What's that app? What's that app? Stop it. Okay? Okay? You don't have a professional courier resume. You got to have a courier resume showing them your DoorDash, your Uber, your Instacart, your Spark, your Amazon Flex, your Lyft experience. If you don't have this experience, you got to put something like DoorDash or Instacart. They won't be able to verify this, and they don't have the time to verify it. Just put it. Put something. Okay? This is never one and done. Okay? You may have applied last week. Did you apply today? Are you going to apply tomorrow? Are you going to apply Friday? And most importantly, you're not following up. Oh, I applied, but nobody has gotten back to me. I applied, but nobody got back to me. Nobody's going to get back to you. Nobody's going to get back to you. These content creators like to make y'all believe a contract's going to fall out the sky and into your lap. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Everybody and their mama needs income right now. Everybody and their mama needs some money. Okay? If you want this money, you got to go out there and get it. It's that simple. Okay? So These are the reasons, y'all. These are the reasons. I'm not going to lie. I'm ending this live and I'm restarting. I'm ending this live and I'm restarting. I'm dropping too much game for it to be 28 people in here. Okay. And especially because I'm doing a giveaway. So if y'all want to rejoin me, stay right here. Stay on my page. Go ahead and follow and go ahead and go to the backup and follow the backup if you want to be eligible for the giveaway that I'm doing. Go ahead to YouTube and subscribe to Road to Revenue. Then come rejoin the live. We're going to go from the top and then I'm going to get into the methods of scaling this business. How we went from our Kia Forte into our cargo vans. Thank you, Amanda, for the roses. How do you hire drivers and make passive income through master contracting? How do you transport for the government through government contracting? This is info that these content creators wouldn't know to give. They wouldn't know it because half of them are not in the industry. No cargo anywhere on their page. All right. So I'm about to end and restart. Y'all don't go anywhere. Just rejoin me. Okay.